Comparison is the thief of joy and the killer of confidence. Every day, without even realizing it, people poison themselves. Not with drugs, not with alcohol, but with comparison. It starts the moment you wake up. You grab your phone. You scroll. You see someone smiling in a place you've never been. You see someone driving a car you don't own. You see someone with the body you wish you had. You see someone celebrating the success you've been dreaming of. And suddenly, your own life feels smaller. Your joy feels weaker. Your confidence starts to collapse. Here's the truth. Comparison is not harmless. It is not motivation. It is poison. It doesn't inspire you. It imprisons you. Because every time you compare, you are telling yourself, I'm not enough. And the more you repeat it, the more you believe it. Theodore Roosevelt once said, comparison is the thief of joy. But it's more than that. It doesn't just steal joy, it steals confidence. It steals peace. It steals progress. And it leaves you with nothing but insecurity. Let me speak to your pain. You've looked at someone else and thought, they're ahead of me. They're smarter than me. They're more attractive than me. They're more successful than me. And the more you thought it, the smaller you felt. But here's the tragedy. You weren't even comparing fairly. You were comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Social media is the perfect stage for comparison. It shows the best pictures, the best moments, the victories, the vacations, the filtered smiles. But it hides the tears. It hides the failures. It hides the late nights, the struggles, the doubts. You see the chapter they're proud of and compare it to the messy draft you're still writing. No wonder you feel like you're losing. Here's what comparison really does. It blinds you to your own progress. It makes you forget how far you've come. It makes you despise your own journey because you're too busy staring at someone else's. Think about it. You may have lost weight, but then you see someone fitter, and suddenly your progress feels worthless. You may have gotten a promotion, but then you see someone richer, and suddenly your success feels small. You may have found love, but then you see someone else's picture-perfect relationship, and suddenly yours feels average. Comparison doesn't let you celebrate wins. It robs you of joy in every step forward. And here's the dangerous part. Comparison doesn't just steal, it replaces. It replaces gratitude with jealousy. It replaces peace with pressure. It replaces confidence with insecurity. You stop being grateful for what you have. You stop recognizing your own worth. And you start chasing an illusion, someone else's life. Steve Furtick said it best. The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. You don't see their sleepless nights. You don't see their failures. You don't see their hidden battles. You only see the part they want you to see. And you punish yourself for not matching their edited story. Let me show you how destructive comparison is. Imagine running a race. You have your lane, your distance, your finish line. But instead of running your race, you keep looking at the person in the next lane. You slow down. You stumble. You lose focus. Not because you couldn't win, but because you couldn't stop watching them. That's what comparison does. It makes you lose your race while trying to measure theirs. The truth is simple. Comparison is a distraction, and distraction kills destiny. While you're staring at others, you're neglecting your own journey. While you're envying their progress, you're ignoring your potential. While you're measuring their results, you're wasting your time. And time is the one thing you'll never get in return. Let me ask you a question. How much of your life have you already wasted comparing yourself to others? How many hours lost scrolling? How many dreams delayed because you felt behind? How many opportunities ignored because you thought you weren't good enough? The answer is too many. And every minute you keep comparing, the number grows. Do you know that comparison doesn't just affect your mind? It affects your actions too. When you feel smaller, you act smaller. When you feel unworthy, You show up half-hearted. When you feel behind, you quit before you even start. You sabotage yourself because you believe you're already losing. But let me remind you, life is not a competition. There is no one path. There is no one finish line. You have your own race, your own time, your own destiny. And the moment you stop comparing is the moment you start running it with strength. Think about a seed. An oak tree seed doesn't compare itself to a sunflower seed. It doesn't look at how quickly the sunflower grows and feel insecure. It grows at its own pace. And when it's done, it towers over the field with strength the sunflower can't match. That's you. Stop comparing your seed to someone else's tree. Your growth has its own timing. Comparison is silent poison. It doesn't kill all at once. It kills slowly. A thought here, a doubt there, until your confidence withers. But just because you've been drinking that poison doesn't mean you can't stop. Here's the first step. Recognize it. Admit it. Stop pretending it doesn't affect you. Stop calling it motivation. Because it's not motivating you. It's crippling you. It's stealing from you. And until you admit that comparison is a problem, you can't be free from it. Comparison is the silent poison that kills confidence and joy. It makes you despise your own progress while chasing someone else's illusion. But their journey isn't yours. Their race isn't yours. And the sooner you stop comparing, the sooner you'll start becoming who you were meant to be. Every time you compare yourself to someone else, you pay a price, and the cost is higher than you think. Comparison looks small on the surface. A scroll, a glance, a thought. But beneath the surface, it has a cost. And the longer you keep paying it, the more it steals from you. The first cost is your time. How many hours have you wasted scrolling through other people's achievements? How many days lost wishing you had what someone else has? How many years delayed because you were too busy measuring their path to walk your own? Comparison is not free. It charges interest, and the bill always comes in wasted time. The second cost is your focus. Comparison blinds you. It shifts your eyes from your work to theirs, from your progress to their results. And when your eyes drift, so does your energy. Instead of pouring into your goals, you drain yourself on theirs. Instead of building your dream, you're distracted by theirs. Focus is the fuel of success, but comparison leaks it away, drop by drop. The third cost is your confidence. Confidence is built by trusting yourself, by celebrating progress, by knowing you are capable. But comparison destroys that. It whispers, you're behind, you're smaller, you're not enough. And the more you listen, the more you believe. Confidence doesn't collapse in one moment. It erodes, one comparison at a time. And then comes the deepest cost, your identity. The more you compare, the more you forget who you are. You try to copy their style, their pace, their path, their success. And in the process, you lose your own. Theodore Roosevelt was right. Comparison is the thief of joy, but it's also the thief of identity. Because the more you try to be like them, the further you drift from yourself. And here's the tragedy. The world doesn't need another them. It needs you. But comparison convinces you that you're not enough as you are. Maybe right now you feel stuck. You feel small. You feel invisible. But ask yourself, is it because you're truly behind? Or is it because you've been staring at someone else's lane for too long? Imagine two runners. One keeps looking straight ahead. The other keeps glancing to the side. Which one finishes first? Not the faster runner. The focused one. That's the hidden cost of comparison. It doesn't just make you feel small, it slows you down. It takes your eyes off your finish line. And the cost doesn't stop there. Comparison breeds jealousy. Instead of celebrating others, you resent them. Instead of learning from them, you envy them. And jealousy never builds, it only breaks. It breaks friendships. It breaks gratitude. It breaks peace. Steve Furtick once said, The reason we struggle with insecurity is because we compare our behind the scenes with everyone else's highlight reel. That's what fuels jealousy. Because you're not comparing reality to reality. You're comparing your struggles to their staged victories. And the result is always insecurity. Another cost, your joy. Think about it. Have you ever had a great day? A win at work? A milestone in fitness? A breakthrough in your goals? Only to scroll and see someone doing better? And suddenly, your joy evaporates. Not because you lost. Not because your win wasn't real. But because you compared. Comparison doesn't let you keep joy. It steals it the moment it arrives. And here's the cruel twist. Comparison doesn't stop even when you succeed. You think success will silence it. But it doesn't. Because once you hit your goal, you'll find someone who hit a bigger one. Once you reach your milestone, you'll see someone further. Comparison doesn't disappear with success. It grows with it, unless you choose to cut it off. So what's the total cost of comparison? It costs you time. It costs you focus. It costs you confidence. It costs you identity. It costs you joy. It costs you peace. And ultimately, it costs you your future. Because every moment spent comparing is a moment not spent becoming. How much has comparison already stolen from you? How many dreams delayed? How many risks not taken? How many moments of joy ruined? The answer may hurt, but facing it is the first step to freedom. Comparison is not free. It charges you time. It charges you focus. It charges you confidence, joy, and identity. And if you don't stop paying, it will bankrupt your future. The cost is too high. It's time to cut it off before it costs you everything. You can't stop comparison by wishing it away. You break free by choosing a new way to think. Comparison feels automatic. It sneaks in without warning. You open your phone. You walk into a room. You hear someone's story. And instantly, your mind starts measuring. You tell yourself, they're ahead. I'm behind. They're better. I'm not enough. But comparison doesn't have to control you. You may not stop the first thought, but you can stop feeding it. And that's how you break free. The first step, gratitude. Comparison grows in the absence of gratitude. The more you stare at what you lack, the more you envy what others have. But gratitude shifts your focus. It reminds you of your blessings. It reminds you of your progress. It reminds you of your unique journey. Start by naming 3 things you're grateful for every morning. It sounds simple, but it rewires your mind. Because a grateful heart has no room for envy. The second step, progress over perfection. Comparison always looks at perfection. The flawless body, the perfect relationship, the dream job. But your freedom comes from progress. Measure yourself against yesterday, not against someone else's today. Ask yourself, am I better than I was last week? Have I grown since last year? Am I moving forward? That's the only comparison that matters. Yourself against your past self. The third step, limit the noise. If social media triggers comparison, control it. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel small. Mute the voices that trigger envy. You don't have to consume everything. Fill your feed with inspiration, not intimidation. Follow people who lift you higher, not people who make you feel lower. Your inputs shape your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your confidence. The fourth step, turn comparison into inspiration. Instead of saying, they're ahead of me, I'm failing, say, if they can do it, I can too. Use their success as proof of possibility, not proof of your inadequacy. If someone achieves something, it shows it can be done. Let it inspire you, not crush you. Think of it like this. If you walk into a gym and see someone lifting heavy weights, you don't have to feel small. You can see it as evidence that growth is possible. They were once a beginner too. And if they got stronger, so can you. That's how you reclaim power from comparison. The fifth step, know your lane. No one else has your exact story. No one else has your mix of gifts, struggles, and opportunities. So why compare? You are not running their race. You are running yours. And your finish line isn't theirs. The oak tree doesn't envy the sunflower. The eagle doesn't envy the lion. Each fulfills its own purpose. And so do you. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't waste time on what others think of you. You have your own work to do." That's the essence of breaking free. Stop wasting energy measuring others. Use that energy to build yourself. The sixth step, surround yourself with the right people. Comparison grows in the wrong environments. If you're always around people who compete, you'll always feel behind. If you're around people who inspire, you'll always rise. Choose friends who clap when you win. Choose mentors who push you higher. Choose a circle where growth is celebrated, not compared. Because the right environment kills comparison before it starts. The seventh step, affirm your worth. Every day, speak truth to yourself. Say, "I am enough. I am growing. I am on my path." Words matter. And the more you affirm your value, the harder it is for comparison to shake it. Let me remind you, breaking free is not about never noticing others. It's about refusing to measure yourself against them. You can admire without comparing. You can celebrate others without shrinking yourself. You can be inspired without being insecure. That's true freedom. Think of Michael Phelps, the Olympic swimmer. In 2016, there was a famous picture. Phelps was focused straight ahead, eyes locked on the finish. His competitor was looking sideways at him. Guess who won? The one who stayed in his lane. That's the lesson. Winners don't compare. They focus. They run their race. And so can you. Stop scrolling for validation. Stop measuring your path against someone else's. Stop feeding the poison of comparison. Choose gratitude. Choose progress. Choose focus. Choose your lane. Comparison doesn't vanish on its own. You break free by choosing gratitude over envy, progress over perfection, focus over distraction, your race over theirs. Because the only person you're meant to outgrow is the person you were yesterday. Your path is yours alone. Stop comparing. Start becoming. We've uncovered the truth. Comparison is poison. It steals time. It steals focus. It steals joy. It steals confidence. It even steals identity. But it doesn't have to steal your future. Because you have a choice. Every day, every moment, you have a choice. To compare, or to commit. To envy, or to build. To shrink, or to rise. Listen, your path is yours alone. No one else has your exact story. No one else carries your exact scars. No one else has your exact mix of gifts, weaknesses, and opportunities. So why do you keep looking at theirs? Why do you keep abandoning your lane to measure theirs? Why do you keep trading your uniqueness for an illusion? You've been scrolling too much, measuring too much, doubting too much. You've been wasting energy trying to win a race that was never yours. And what has it given you? Frustration, insecurity, regret. That's the price of comparison. And it's time to stop paying it. The moment you stop comparing is the moment you start becoming. Becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more focused, becoming the version of yourself you were meant to be. Not their version, not their highlight reel, not their finish line. Yours. Think about this. When you die, no one will ask why you weren't them. The only question will be, were you fully you? Did you use your gifts? Did you run your race? Did you rise to your potential? Or did you waste it comparing yourself to someone else's? The Bible says in Galatians 6 verse 4, each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone, without comparing themselves to someone else. That's not just wisdom, it's freedom. The freedom to stop measuring yourself by their success. The freedom to take pride in your progress. The freedom to run your own path. And here's the truth. The world doesn't need another copy. It doesn't need another imitation. It needs authenticity. It needs you, your voice, your vision, your courage, your contribution. But if you keep comparing, the world will never see it. So here's your call to action. Draw a line in the sand today. Say it out loud. No more comparing. No more shrinking. No more measuring myself against someone else. I will run my race. I will own my path. I will focus on becoming who I was created to be. And then, back it with action. When the urge to scroll hits, put the phone down and do one thing that builds you. When the thought, "I'm behind," comes, remind yourself that you are on your timeline, not theirs. When envy rises, turn it into fuel and say, "If it's possible for them, it's possible for me." Comparison won't disappear overnight, but every time you resist it, you weaken its power. And every time you focus on your path, you strengthen your confidence. Think of Michael Jordan. He didn't become the greatest by comparing his game to others. He became the greatest by obsessing over his own craft, by showing up early, by outworking everyone, by focusing on progress, not envy. That's what winners do. They stop comparing and start committing. Here's the reality. Your future self is watching you. 10 years from now, you will look back at this season, and you will either thank yourself for breaking free from comparison, or you will regret that you wasted another decade staring at other people's journeys. Which story do you want to tell? Jim Rohn once said, "Don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills." That's the mindset of freedom. Not looking at what they have, not wishing for their path, but building yours, one skill, one step, one day at a time. So here's the challenge. Stop scrolling. Stop staring. Stop shrinking. Focus on gratitude. Focus on progress. Focus on your lane. Focus on becoming. Because your destiny isn't found in comparison, it's found in ownership. Comparison is killing your confidence. But confidence can be rebuilt the moment you stop looking at them and start building you. Your path is yours. Your race is yours. Your destiny is yours. So own it. Run it. Protect it. Because the world doesn't need another copy. It needs the fullness of you. Stop comparing. Start becoming. And never look back. If this message is speaking to you, don't forget to subscribe to The Balanced Beat for more life-changing wisdom and powerful motivation. Hit that like button to support the channel, and share this with someone who needs to hear it today. We're building something meaningful here, and your support means everything.